Greetings, Earthling. Good morning. It's a great day to be alive and a great day to be on the planet. But now we're going to talk about getting ready to go back to school. School is coming up, whether you're ready or not. So that's why it's important for you to look at what you can do to be ready. And right now, as we're going back into school, we're starting to talk more about social and emotional learning. First important, you need math and you need reading. And if you don't get it the first time, they teach and they reteach. Well, for quite some time, I've been talking about social skills, social emotional learning, social skills. If you don't have social skills, we're going to teach and reteach them until you become, whereas you can use them for your own positive behavior. Because that's what it comes down to, positive behavior. How you handle yourself socially and emotionally with other earthlings to work and to afford to have a common goal. Think about this. Hopefully everybody's coming to school to want to learn. And if they are coming to school and wanting to learn, we have teachers that want to teach. You put the teachers that want to learn and the students that want to learn, they come together. That's a win-win. You learn, they teach. That's what they want. And the thing of it is, that will make your time to be more successful. You will be more productive, not just in school, but also in your home life. You want your social, emotional learning to come effect in your home life so you're not arguing with your brothers and sisters and fighting and name calling. Also, too, you're listening to your parents because I am sure that most of your parents are trying to tell you good and positive things. But instead of not wanting to listen and do your own thing, listen to your mother and father. They're here to help you. They're out here to make your day bad. Your teacher is not there to make your day bad. They're there to help you. But if your day is bad, you need to let someone know so we can talk about that. Because getting back to that social emotional learning, if you come to school sad, something happened to you at home, something happened to you on the way to school, something happened to you in school that made you sad. As long as you are here, this is going to take away from your learning. Because we don't learn walking around with our head down, moping and feeling sad for ourselves. So you got to look at ways that you can problem solve so you can take that sadness and get back to that joy. Because you don't learn here. You learn here when you're comfortable, when you're relaxed. You're opening up the door to your teacher. Say, come on in, let me get my learn on. I want to learn those words. I want to learn how to read. I want to learn how to do that math. But also, I want to learn how to get along with other people and respect them. Because you think about it, we all matter. Yes, we matter. Now, the science definition of matter is anything that takes up space and have weight. We all take up space. We have weight. So physically, we are matter. But also emotionally, we do matter. You think about that. Physically, we're matter. Take up space, have weight. Nobody can walk through you. Nobody can step over you. But the most important thing is that you treat people with respect because their feelings matter. And that's what if we can work on those things, coming back from this pandemic and working together, we could be successful. If you come to school mad, okay, everybody gets mad. Everybody on the planet gets mad. Now, what you do when you get mad, where things change at. Some people get mad and do something and wind up in jail, hurting themselves or someone else, in a lot of problems. Some people get mad and come back and work really hard and say, oh, I'm going to get that math. I'm going to practice and I'm going to get that math problem. I'm going to keep working at that. I'm going to do better in science. I'm going to keep working at that. I'm going to become a better reader. Instead of getting mad because you can't read, problem solve, and find your joy and learn and get the help that you need so you can become a better reader. And don't be afraid. A lot of times we're afraid. Being afraid holds us back. from trying new things. Because there's going to be a lot of new things when we go back to school. There's going to be the social distancing, I assume mask to some degree. We're going to be separated. We're not going to be able to socialize like we used to because schools was basically one of the main places to socialize. But we're not going to do that right now to the extent that we did before. So it's going to be different things, but just don't be afraid. Talk to someone. If you're afraid, let's talk about that. What you're afraid of, and we can look at how we can help make you, or teach you, excuse me, how we can help teach you to make yourself more comfortable and not afraid so you can be productive and find that joy. And remember, those things that we learn, we keep them in that memory ball, but that memory ball is our brain. You keep what you need to do in order to be successful. It's like a recipe. If I bake a cake, went to the state fair and baked this chocolate cake and won ribbon, the blue ribbon, it was the best chocolate cake. So I can create that chocolate cake every day, every time, as long as I remember those ingredients. And I can produce that award-winning cake. And that's the same way in your life. Remember what you did that was positive, that helped you through certain situations. Remember what you did that help relieve your anxiety and your pain, and not to be disgusted with something because it's not working out or you're not doing well. You have to remember what you're doing so that you can draw on that recipe and be successful. Because as we go back to school, things are going to be different. There's no question things are going to be different. But it's important to realize that you come back to school to learn. The teachers are there to teach you. They're glad to see you. You work that together, and that's be a win-win. Because you want to make your classroom now more socially and emotionally stronger and be aware of everybody's feelings so you can work together and we can be successful. If you need someone to talk to, if you're feeling angry or upset, sad, disgusted, afraid, then hey, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. We'll have some survey. I'm going to work on a survey that I'm going to pass out so we can identify our students and their emotions, where they're at, and how we can get you back on track. Because we function and do better when we're happy. This is where you learn. This is where that light bulb comes on. When you're happy and you're feeling good, you're opening up the door and letting knowledge in. Because think about using those 4 parts of our body: our eyes, our ears, and our brain. But most important, our heart. And I like to finish up talking about the Marshmallow Experiment. The Marshmallow Experiment was done in 1969 at Stanford University, way out on the West Coast there. And what it was that we'll give you a marshmallow. I'll give you a marshmallow. And I'm going to leave the room. If I come back in 10 minutes, I'll give you 2. But you can eat this marshmallow at any time. But if you wait and learn patience and control yourself, you'll get 2. How many of you think you can do that? How many of you think you can do that? Hold off. Because everything can't happen for you when you want it. You have to take your time. You have to be able to show, they call it delayed gratification. When something feels good, you got to delay. You just can't have that gratification all the time, immediately. Because you might not can get help when you want it immediately. You might have to wait your time. You might have to wait ourselves in line. As far as it's going to be different lines. As far as going to cafeteria or restroom, things are just going to be different. So you're going to have to be patient, not eat that marshmallow. Hold off, and you will get 2. You will have a good day. You will learn more. And think about the marshmallows that you're getting now will turn into job skills. Because you be patient, learn, and get help when you need it, you'll have more than one marshmallow for the future. You might have a whole handful of them then, and you just stuff them all in your face. You can have as much as you want then because you've earned them through your time and perseverance. You've learned how to control yourself socially, how to control yourself emotionally, so you can be the best earthling you could be. But it's going to be up to you to learn those skills. We'll be there to teach you. I'll be there to teach you. I'm just willing to talk to you anytime. You or your parents, give me a call so we can work on developing a social and emotional plan that's going to help you be successful so you can have a bunch of marshmallow in the future. All right, Earthlings, have a great day. Remember, I love you all. Stay safe. I'm looking forward to see you in about 3-4 more weeks. All right, goodbye.